guys are welcome to sit wherever you like.
It may also be that, but even if we were down, what does that do? There's nothing substantive.
gotta go around there so we don't cross over nobody. Back here.
Dr. Lilly? Dr. Lilly? Dr. Lilly? You can't hear me. Dr. Lilly?
Catching up with the other Dominic. So all's well. Thank you. Good to see you.
All right, we'll call the meeting to order. Ms. Featherston, would you please call the roll?
Mr. Ward.
Present.
Ms. Gibbs.
Here.
Here.
Here. Here.
All right, thank you. We'll take a moment for a prayer and then we'll do the pledge. If everyone bow your heads just for a moment. Gracious Heavenly Father, we're just so thankful for this system and how you have been in the middle of it and guided us through this year. It's been a difficult year, and we want to celebrate evenings like tonight where these scholars have excelled, and we just celebrate them. We ask you to be with us as we make it through these next few weeks of our school year, and be with us as we go forward. Be with our country, be with our president, and we just ask all these things in your name. Amen. All right, if you'd all please rise for the pledge. Board member George. All right, our first item, special recognitions, Collierville Rotary Club Scholarship recipients. Mr. Jones?
Thank you. See if we can get this mic on. Testing. Thank you. Good evening, Superintendent Lilly, Chairman Cox, board members, and guests. I want to thank you for this opportunity to bring together this evening some very, very special groups of Colliervillians. In addition to my role with the district, I'm an active member, the past president, and also the current coordinator of youth and education programs for the Rotary Club of Collierville. As you all know, Collierville Schools enjoys meaningful partnerships with numerous businesses, foundations, and civic organizations, but I can confirm that you would be hard-pressed to find a more dedicated friend of education than the Collierville Rotary Club. At this time, I'd just like to ask our current Collierville Rotarians, could you just stand and be recognized? If you're a current member of the Collierville Rotary Club, could you stand? Thank you. Now, why do I say that the Rotary Club is a friend of education? What is it that makes Rotary so special? Well, the answer lies in our mission and our purpose. Rotary International is the largest international nonprofit volunteer service organization in the world, and whether at the local, regional, or international levels, we Rotarians seek to apply our collective strengths to improving the quality of people's lives in 6 focus areas: promoting peace, fighting disease, providing clean water, saving mothers and children, growing local economies, and supporting education. It's in this final avenue of service, supporting education, more specifically our local public schools, that the Collierville Rotary Club focuses the majority of our local efforts. I'd like to begin our special recognitions tonight by acknowledging and introducing our Collierville High School class of 2021 recipients of a Rotary Club scholarship. Now, for many years, our club has directed most of our fundraising dollars to our scholarship program, and this year is no exception. Earlier this month, CHS seniors were invited to submit their applications, along with a 500-word essay that related to a theme of service, learning, personal accomplishment. They were scored anonymously by a committee of volunteers, and the recipients were notified last week. Many of them are here tonight. Once they enroll in a higher learning institution this fall, a check in the amount of $1,000 will be forwarded to the college, university, or technical school in their name. Students, as I call your name, I'd ask you to come forward to be recognized and to remain standing in front of the stage so that we can take a group photo. And audience members, for the sake of time, I would ask that you hold your applause until all of the scholarship recipients have been introduced. Going in reverse alphabetical order, just to make it interesting. Caroline Williams. At CHS, Caroline has served as a freshman mentor, key club member, and class president. She currently serves as captain of the Lady Dragons varsity lacrosse team. Caroline plans to attend Baylor University, where she will study pre-law and political science. Next, Samuel Warren. Samuel comes from a family with a tradition of service with both a Rotarian father and grandfather. He's a graduate of Youth Leadership Collierville, an aspiring Eagle Scout, and a manager at Chick-fil-A, where he has worked since the age of 14. Samuel plans to attend the University of Memphis to study business management and hospitality. Next, Ellie Victor. Ellie's been on the honor roll all 4 years of high school while simultaneously holding a job to save money for college. Ellie rescues abandoned guinea pigs and assists with special needs outreach at St. Bridget Catholic Church. She plans to attend Arkansas State University to major in psychology. Next, Alyssa Smith. Alyssa exemplifies the idea of service above self. She has logged over 100 hours of volunteer service during her high school career at the FedEx Family House, Paige Robbins Adult Daycare Center, and the Collierville Birch Library. At the same time, she served as a referee for the Collierville Soccer Association, maintained a 4.39 weighted grade point average, and earned her private pilot's license. She plans to attend Middle Tennessee State University, where she will study aviation. Next, Sarah Roberson. Sarah is a member of the CHS Cum Laude Society, the CHS Hall of Fame, and a graduate of Youth Leadership Collierville. Her service record includes Collierville Camp Smile, president of CHS Best Buddies, and participation with the CHS Unified Track and Field team. Sarah plans to attend the University of Alabama to study nursing. Allie Porter. Allie serves as a freshman mentor at CHS as well as an ambassador for Young Life. She's volunteered with the Germantown Animal Shelter, Kingdom Builders in Orange Mound, and the Hope Special Needs Festival. She plans to attend Mississippi State University to study kinesiology with a concentration in sports management. Lexi Hilton. Lexi, a St. Jude Scholar of Tomorrow, is also a member of the CHS Beta Club, the National Honor Society, and the Spanish National Honor Society. She is a Collierville Community Justice Volunteer and Baptist Memorial Hospital Volunteer Program participant. She plans to attend Missouri State University to study nursing and Spanish. Julia Kavanaugh. At CHS, Julia is a 4-time county finalist swimmer, a freshman mentor for the past 2 years, and the current president of the Student Government Association. Her service record includes volunteering at Leadership Charter School in Memphis, collecting for the Collierville Food Pantry, and tutoring through Mu Alpha Theta. Julia was also a participant at RILA, the Rotary Youth Leadership Academy, in 2020. She plans to attend the University of Tennessee at Knoxville to study criminology, Spanish, and leadership. Brian Bortz. Mr. CHS for the class of 2021, Brian is also the Vice President of the Student Government Association and an Arts in the Airport finalist. He volunteers here as both a freshman mentor and a Best Buddies participant. Brian plans to attend either Baylor or Samford universities to study entrepreneurship and graphic design. Please join me in congratulating all of our Collierville Rotary Club scholarship recipients. Anybody else want a picture? All right. And I'm sure you want to thank our Rotarians who funded your scholarships. So there, give them a wave. All right. Thank you so much. And you are free to go. If you don't want to stay, so let's leave. In addition to our scholarship program, the Collierville Rotary Club for many years has sponsored a Teacher of the Year program for all Collierville schools. Since 2015, the club has hosted an appreciation dinner for these outstanding educators. However, COVID interrupted this tradition in 2020 and once again this year. So instead of gathering to share a meal, we're assembled here to publicly recognize all of our Collierville schools' educators of the year. Each of them will be receiving a personalized plaque presented on behalf of the district by our superintendent and fellow Rotarian, Dr. Gary Lilly, along with a check presented by the Collierville Rotary Foundation Chair and School Board member, Mr. Frank Warren. I'm going to let them make their way down to the front. While they are making their way to the front of the stage, I want to inform you just a little bit about the selection process for these awards. Each fall, the principals in Collierville schools are provided a list of guidelines and asked to select educators in their buildings and across the district who best exemplify the following traits. They have a broad understanding of research-based models for effective teaching and of current trends and issues in education. They must be a facilitator of learning, skilled in implementing creative teaching strategies. They must be able to show evidence of positive teacher effect over time through formal and informal documentation of student performance. They must be able to explain, discuss, and defend a personal philosophy of teaching. They must be poised, articulate, enthusiastic, and energetic, be exceptionally dedicated, knowledgeable, and skilled teachers, have a superior ability to teach and to inspire in students a love of learning. They must be recognized as a leader in their community as well as in their school. They must show active involvement and leadership in professional development and extracurricular activities. They must inspire students of all backgrounds and abilities to learn, and have the respect and admiration of students, parents, and colleagues. The educators here tonight are the best of the best, the cream of the crop, the tops of their class. So let's get to know them a little better. So educators, when your name is called, I'd ask you to come forward to receive your plaque and your check. And the check will be in, Frank, and there should be an order. That'd be great. First, from Bailey Station Elementary, Adriana Ray. Ms. Ray has 25 years of teaching experience, 17 of those in Collierville. This is her third year at Bailey Station. She currently teaches third grade language arts and social studies. Ms. Ray holds a Bachelor of Science degree in Interdisciplinary Studies and a Master of Science in Education, both from Old Dominion University, along with an Educational Specialist degree from Union University. Outside of school, Ms. Ray enjoys cooking, decorating, traveling, reading, and spending time with her family. Her favorite words of inspiration come from Sidney Hook. Everyone who remembers his own education remembers teachers, not methods and techniques. The teacher is the heart of the educational system. Your 2021 Bailey Station Elementary School Teacher of the Year, Adriana Ray. From Collierville Elementary School, Libby Green. Ms. Green has been an educator for 14 years, 13 of those at Collierville Elementary. She currently teaches first grade. Ms. Green holds a Bachelor of Science degree in Elementary Education from the University of Memphis and a Master's degree in Theory and Instruction from Arkansas State. When not in school, Ms. Green enjoys reading, baking, and spending time with family. She finds inspiration in the following words from Coach Lou Holtz. Ability is what you're capable of doing. Motivation determines what you do. Attitude determines how well you do it. Your 2021 Collierville Elementary School Teacher of the Year is Libby Green. From Crosswind Elementary, Marilyn Graham. Ms. Grayer is in her 33rd year as an educator, 27 of those at Crosswind Elementary School. She currently teaches 4th grade math and science. Ms. Grayer holds a Bachelor of Science degree in elementary education from the University of Memphis, and when not in school, she enjoys reading motivational books, traveling, and attending Memphis Tigers and Memphis Grizzly games with her family. When asked her favorite quotation, Ms. Grayer shared the following from Bishop T.D. Jakes: "If you can't figure out your purpose, figure out your passion, for your passion will lead you right into your purpose." Your 2021 Crosswind Elementary Teacher of the Year, Marilyn Grayer. From Schilling Farms Elementary, Andrea Ballinger. Ms. Ballinger has 8 years of experience in education, with 3 of those at Schilling Farms Elementary School. At SFES, she teaches visual art to students in grades pre-K through 5. She holds a Bachelor of Science degree in art therapy from Harding University, and she earned her transitional license to art education through the Memphis College of Art. When not at school, Ms. Ballinger enjoys painting, gardening, backpacking, camping, and caring for her plants and her cats. Her favorite words of inspiration come from Pablo Picasso. "All children are born artists. The problem is to remain an artist as we grow up." Your 2021 Schilling Farms Elementary School Teacher of the Year, Andrea Ballinger. From Sycamore Elementary, Dr. Lakiva Barnes. Dr. Barnes has 16 years of experience as an educator, 3 of those at Sycamore Elementary. She currently serves as the Gifted Differentiation Coach for grades 3 through 5. She holds a Bachelor of Science degree in K-8 education from Crichton College, a Master of Science degree in Literacy and Technology from Walden University, and both Educational Specialist and Doctor of Education degrees from Union University. When not at school, Dr. Barnes enjoys singing, writing, reading, snorkeling, biking, kayaking, and gardening. Her favorite quote is from Oscar Wilde: "Be yourself. Everyone else is already taken." Your 2021 Sycamore Elementary Teacher of the Year, Dr. Lakiva Barnes. From Terra Oaks Elementary, Darlene Rayburn. Ms. Rayburn has taught for 23 and a half years, 13 of those at Terra Oaks Elementary. She currently serves as special education resource and co-teacher for 4th and 5th grades. Ms. Rayburn holds a Bachelor of Science degree in hearing impaired education from Mississippi College, a Bachelor of Science degree in elementary education from Delta State University, and a Master of Science degree in special education from Fort Hays State University. When not in school, Ms. Rayburn enjoys camping, doing upholstery, and spending time with her family. Her favorite words of inspiration are from Rita Pearson: "Every child deserves a champion, an adult who will never give up on them, who understands the power of connection and insists that they become the best that they can possibly be." Your 2021 Terra Oaks Elementary Teacher of the Year, Darlene Rayburn. From Collierville Middle School, Christina Owen. Ms. Owen has 13 years of teaching experience, 5 of those at Collierville Middle. She currently teaches 8th grade language arts. She holds a Bachelor of Arts degree in English from the University of Memphis, a Master of Arts in Teaching degree from Belhaven University, and an Education Specialist degree from Union University. Outside of school, Ms. Owen enjoys reading, running, kickboxing, fantasy football, and spending time with her family. Her favorite quote is from songwriter Patrick Lee McDonald: "I'm doing all right, and getting good grades. Future's so bright, I gotta wear shades." Your 2021 Collierville Middle Teacher of the Year, Christina Owen. From West Collierville Middle School, Chris Murray. Mr. Murray's been teaching for 16 years, 10 of those at West Collierville Middle School. He currently teaches 6th grade standard and honors math. Mr. Murray holds a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in Painting and Drawing from Mississippi State University, a Master of Arts in Education degree from Union University, and an Education Specialist degree in Leadership and Policy Studies from the University of Memphis. Outside of school, Mr. Murray enjoys landscaping, home improvements, keeping current on education news and policy, and caring for his family's 5 cats and 4 dogs. His favorite quote is from Robert Frost. "Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference." Your 2021 West Collierville Middle Teacher of the Year, Chris Murray. From Collierville High, Larissa McCoy. Ms. McCoy's been an educator for 12 years, 10 of those at Collierville High. She currently teaches honors pre-calculus. Ms. McCoy holds both a Bachelor of Science degree in Actuarial Science and a Bachelor of Arts degree in Economics from Bellarmine University, a Master of Arts in Teaching degree from Spalding University, and an Education Specialist degree in Leadership from Arkansas State University. Outside of school, Ms. McCoy enjoys painting, cooking, hiking at Shelby Farms Park, and spending time each summer with her beautiful nieces. Her favorite quote is from President Theodore Roosevelt. "Believe you can, and you're halfway there." Your 2021 Collierville High School Teacher of the Year, Larissa McCoy. In addition to the Teacher of the Year, the state of Tennessee annually recognizes a Principal of the Year and a Supervisor of the Year. Several months ago, our district principals cast secret ballots for these recognitions in Collierville schools. The votes were tallied, the winners were presented to the superintendent for his approval, and the names were forwarded to the State Department of Education. Please join me tonight in recognizing these 2 outstanding individuals. First, our Collierville Schools Supervisor of the Year from the Department of Curriculum and Accountability, Ms. Dion Cole. Ms. Cole has 28 years of experience in public education, 10 as a middle school teacher, 9 as an elementary school assistant principal, and 9 as a central office administrator. In 2018, Ms. Cole joined Collierville Schools as the Assessment and Accountability Coordinator, and in 2020, she was elevated to her current position as Director of Federal Programs and Accountability. Ms. Cole holds a Bachelor of Science degree in Elementary Education from Jackson State University, along with a Master of Science degree in Curriculum and Instruction and an Education Specialist degree in Administration and Supervision, both from Union University. Outside of work, Ms. Cole is active in community service through her sorority, Alpha Kappa Alpha, and works to promote historically Black colleges and universities as a member of the Jackson State University Alumni Association. In her spare time, she enjoys baking, crafting, crocheting, gardening, and party planning. Her favorite quote is from the biblical book of Titus. "In everything, set them an example by doing what is good. In your teaching, show integrity, seriousness, and soundness of speech that cannot be condemned, so that those who oppose you may be ashamed, because they have nothing bad to say about us." Your 2021 Collierville Schools Supervisor of the Year, Dion Cole. And finally, our Collierville Schools Principal of the Year, from Collierville Elementary School, Mr. Tyler Salyer. Mr. Salyer has been an educator for 15 years, 5 of those as a classroom teacher, 1 as a central office support team member, 5 as an elementary assistant principal, and 4 as a building principal. He holds a Bachelor of Science degree in Education from the University of Memphis, a Master of Science degree in Curriculum Instruction and Technology from Nova Southeastern University, and an Education Specialist degree in School Administration from the University of Memphis. Outside of school, Mr. Salyer enjoys cooking barbecue and competing in obstacle course races. He is inspired by the following words of Stephen Furtick: "Never compare your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel." 2 weeks ago, we learned that Mr. Salyer has also been selected as a regional semifinalist in the Tennessee Principal of the Year competition. So our 2021 Collierville Schools Principal of the Year is Mr. Tyler Salyer. This time we're going to get a group picture of all of our educators. Thank you. One more time, please congratulate all on the Now, Rotarians, before you go, I've been asked for something special. We usually dismiss all of our Rotary meetings with the four-way test. And Chairman Cox has asked that, just in honor and recognition of our presence here, that we recite the four-way test before we go. Of the things we think, say, or do, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? And if I had a bell, I would ring it. Thank you, Rotarians, for being here tonight. Thank you so much.
Miss Reagan, before you leave, I want to say congratulations and want to tell everyone that I am very honored to say that I taught with both Ms. Rayburn and Mrs. Rader here. I'm very proud of each and every one of you who are up here, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart for the year that you've had, because I know it's a year like no other, and you have taught and loved our children. For that, I thank you. And Marilyn, I have to say, you know I love you too. 33 years ago you walked in and I was there, and you came in there. Boy, that makes me so proud of you and all of the teachers and the educators and the supervisor and the principal of the year. Congratulations.
Thank you all, one, for, as they said, for all you do for us and do for our children. And we would give you a moment if you'd like to. Y'all are welcome to stay. We would love to have you, but you can leave now if you'd like to. Up to y'all. Thank you, little dragons. All right, we will proceed with the regular agenda. The next item is public comment. I understand we do not have any cards, so we do not have any public comment tonight. Next item is the approval of the agenda. Everyone's had time to review the agenda. Any corrections to the agenda? There's a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and second. Any discussion? Hearing none. Call roll.
Yes.
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 Motion is approved. Next item is approval of minutes. We have the minutes from the March 30th business meeting. Everyone's had a chance to review those. There is a motion to approve the minutes. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion is second. Any discussion? All right, we'll call the roll. Ms. Featherston?
Mr. Warren?
Abstain.
Chairman Cox?
Yes.
Ms. Chisholm?
Yes.
Mr. Chilvers?
Yes.
Ms. Gibbs?
Yes.
All right, thank you. That is approved. Next is the chairman's report. I really do not have anything other than, as Wanda just leaned over and said, tonight is a great night to celebrate these students and celebrate these teachers and administrators. And it's been, as you said, Wanda, it's been a heck of a year. And we're the end of the school year is in sight, and I just cannot express what it means to me personally and to the board for all the work that's been done by everyone and the love that's been poured out to our children. And no matter where people work, if it's in the central office or in the classroom or in administration, and all of us, we love our children, we love our school system. Thank you for all that you do. Dr. Lilly, I'll hand it to you.
Thanks, Chairman. You are correct that we have lots and lots to celebrate. So in addition to the scholarship recipients and our teachers and administrators of the year, some other things to celebrate. Mr. Roger Jones was selected by the Tennessee Association of Student Councils as Principal of the Year. So that was nice. We've also had, recently you saw some of the paintings at our work session. But 15 of the 30 or 31 paintings at the Memphis International Airport are from our school and our students, so we're very proud of those students. Also at the Nationals, our pom and cheer teams really have done well. At the high school was recognized as the Super Varsity Division I champions. Junior high received the pom national champions, and junior varsity pom was recognized as the game day national champions. So just exceptional performance from those teams. We're very proud of them. You know, this past Friday, Commissioner Penny Schwinn came and visited our district as kind of spur of the moment type of thing, but she went to Collierville Elementary, and she was very complimentary of our district and our programming, and she's looking forward to coming back this summer, and we're anxious to host her. So lots and lots of great things going on. This is the, I just can't get far enough away from this for it to, we're about to have some feedback if you can cut it down just a little bit. Thank you. We're in the middle of TCAP testing, and this is the final week of our testing our virtual students at the University of Memphis Collierville site. And we'll have 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade students there, and it's been really neat to see the students come in and to see our virtual teachers, and they're out there every day, kind of directing traffic. I know you all have participated in waving at some of our students, and so thank you for that and getting out there with them too. We're feeling pretty good about hitting the 80% participation rate. Of course, that was kind of the benchmark that the state set this year on testing. We did not know how it would go because we've got such a large percentage of students that did choose virtual, but it's going pretty well. For instance, at our middle schools, they've been doing virtual testing this week, or testing of virtual students this week. It's not virtual, it's in person, and they have had a 95% attendance rate, participation rate, so that's great. Final testing is coming up with the AP testing here at the high school. That happens May 3rd through the 17th. So just want to give a big shout out to all of our teachers and the students and their parents for hanging in there, and we're getting it done. Dragon games are coming up. We're excited about that this year because of the pandemic. We're kind of distributing those games. They're kind of spread out a little bit this year, and I will get you the dates and locations. So if you're available, you can come by and say hello to the students and teachers. And next week is Teacher Appreciation Week, May 3rd through 7th, and so just it's a great year to show appreciation to our teachers and for all they have done this year, really going above and beyond. So we're so grateful and so thankful for our educators. Thank you, Jim.
All right, thank you, Dr. Lilly.
My button. Thank you, Dr. Lilly. The next item under business items is the approval of the 2021-2022 general fund budget. Dr. Lilly and Ms. Hayes.
Yes, sir. We went over these in detail at our work session. We've, Ms. Hayes, or I'm sorry, Ms. Floyd, arranged it a little differently this year. I really like the new format, and I hope that you all do as well. Each of these budget documents are broken down into both the revenue and the expenditures. And for each line item, it starts with a summary page of both the revenue and the expenditures. And then past those pages is a breakdown of each line item in more detail. So we did go over them in pretty much detail at the work session, but I will be happy to answer or defer to Ms. Floyd any questions that you got that were not answered at the work session.
Anyone have any questions? All right. If you don't have one, then I need somebody to pull the trigger.
Motion to approve.
There we go.
Second.
There we go. I like that. All right. Any further discussion?
We're not as fast as you, Sheriff.
All right. No discussion. Ms. Featherston, if you would please call the roll.
Chairman Cox,
Yes.
Chisholm,
Yes.
Mr. Childers,
Yes.
Ms. Gibbs,
Yes.
Ms. Moore.
Yes.
Motion is approved. Next item, approval of 2021-2022 special revenue fund budget. Dr. Lilly?
Yes, sir. This special revenue fund budget mostly covers nutrition and all the federal funds. Again, we talked about this in detail. Most of the federal funds, it does look like that we've just moved over the amounts, and that is in fact what we have done on most of those because we do not get our federal allocations until later, as late as September, I think. So in any case, this is one that we will definitely have to bring back with some amendments once we get those updated numbers, which of course we'll do. It does contain information about the ESSER funds. So that's a biggie, and again, we've talked about those and talked about our plans for those funds, but happy to entertain any questions that you've got about this particular budget.
All right. Any questions?
Motion to approve.
There is a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion?
I just have one question, and it's really not about, it's not really about the budget. It's something I read this week, I believe, that, and I don't know what I saw it in, that is the federal government going to, supply lunches all of this next year?
Yes.
I thought that I read that somewhere. So that will apply for us. Right.
Okay. All right, ready to vote? Ms. Featherston, if you'd call the roll.
Ms. Chisholm,
Yes.
Mr. Childers,
Yes.
Ms. Gibbs,
Yes.
Mr. Moore,
Yes.
Chairman Cox.
Yes. All right, next item, approval of the 2021-2022 other funds budget.
Yes, thank you. So this is mostly the discretionary grants and capital projects out of local county funds. The discretionary grants include coordinated school health, safe schools grant, voluntary pre-K in response to disproportionality. The capital project that is in there is actually references the gym over Collierville Elementary School. That was in the works and is really not eligible for using the ESSER funds. So many of these other capital projects that we've talked about, we will be shifting those costs to the federal ESSER funds, but this one we could not. But again, I'm happy to entertain any questions that you've got.
All right, any questions for Dr. Lilly?
Dr. Lilly? Yes.
Okay.
So we got 3.5 million approximately for the bond proceeds, and that's coming from Shelby County.
Not exactly. The bond proceeds that you see reflected there are actually carryover funds from what we've currently got. We do not necessarily know that there will be any bond proceeds for this coming year. Just like we received federal ESSER funds, Shelby County did as well, so it remains to be seen what may or may not transpire with their bond funding. So what you see reflected there is actually carryover.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Yeah, they may not issue.
I wouldn't be surprised if they did.
Yeah. We'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
There is a motion, is there a second?
Second.
Motion is second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, Ms. Featherston, you call the roll, please.
Mr. Childers?
Yes.
Ms. Gibbs?
Yes.
Mr. Warren?
Yes.
Chairman Cox?
Yes.
Yes.
Motion is approved. Item D, agreement to waive makeup of inclement weather days for February 11, 16, and 17, 2021. Dr. Lilly?
Yes, sir, thank you. We, as we discussed at the work session, we do, stockpile days. We go 30 minutes additional each day, over what the state says we have to. We stockpile 13 days. We typically use 5 of those for professional development. This year, we also use 5 to start later so that we would have a little additional time to prepare for, things that were necessary with going remote and, COVID and what have you. Of course, then we actually had some inclement weather, and we used the remaining 3 days of stockpile time as directed by the State Board of Education, and then we went into remote learning, and we did remote learning for the balance of those. So it's always the board's prerogative whether or not to ask for those days to be made up, the inclement weather days. It is not the recommendation of the administration to make those up. The reasoning being that if we were to do so, it would be after Memorial Day. Attendance would probably be pretty low. Testing would already be finished. Also keep in mind that we are doing some very in-depth learning loss camps this summer, so we've got some remediation built in. But again, it's the board's prerogative, but we are recommending to waive those makeup days.
All right, is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
There is a motion. Motion is second. Any discussion?
I agree with one, and let's get this year behind us.
Vote against this at your own risk.
I did have fun with some kids last week though at a tennis match. There were several of them sitting there and I said, oh, we just came from a meeting. And I said, I'll just go ahead and give you the bad news. We're voting to carry on and to have 3 extra days, make up those snow days. I thought they were gonna fall off the bleachers.
All right, Ms. Featherston? You
Ms.
co-
Gibbs?
Yes.
Mr. Warren?
Yes.
Chairman Cox?
Yes.
Yes.
Mr. Childers?
Yes.
Motion is approved. Next item, item E, approval of RFP FY 21-004 cleaning services with recommended award to Parku. Is that saying that
That's
right?
correct.
Close enough? In the annual amount of $2,085,803.04. Dr. Lilly and Mr. Doherty.
Yes, sir. It was the year to go out for cleaning service bids, which we did. We received 14 bids. Those were evaluated against a rubric, and 5 of those companies were invited in for in-person interviews. There were positives with each of the companies. That's why they were invited in. But ultimately, this choice was made based on a number of considerations. Price was part of it, but the other parts included the staffing plans, references, prior experience, and knowledge of the company. So that is how the decision was made to go with Parku.
Okay, is there a motion to get it on the table?
Motion to approve.
There is a motion, is there a second? There is a reluctant second from Mr. Childers. Was that reluctant, or was that a hearty? That was a hearty second. All right. Any discussion on this one? We talked about this one at the work session. Hearing none, Ms. Featherston, if you could please call the roll.
Mr. Warren?
Yes.
Chairman Cox?
Yes.
Ms. Chisholm?
Yes.
Mr. Childers?
Yes.
Ms. Gibbs?
Yes.
Approval of, motion carries. Next item, approval of HVAC installation at West Collierville Middle School. Dr. Lilly?
Yes, sir. This really is in reference to the HVAC equipment that you all approved at our last meeting. This is for installation of that equipment plus 35 owner-provided exhaust fans. Bernhardt was the best and lowest. We have worked with them before, and so we recommend those. Actually, there was one provider who was lower, and they asked to withdraw their bid, so we did want to honor that request.
Okay. Get this on the table, is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
There is a motion, is there a second?
Second.
All right, motion is second. item is before us. Any questions, discussion? Hearing none, Ms. Featherston, if you'd please call the roll.
Yes.
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 Yes. The motion is approved. Item G, approval of parking lot resurfacing at Schilling Farms Elementary and Sycamore Elementary Schools. Dr. Lilly?
Yes, so this work has gone up over the last several years, but that is reflected in actually all of the bids that we received. This is to do some work at Schilling Farms, which would basically include a seal coat, but then actually repaving or resurfacing at Sycamore. And so Hollingsworth was the lowest bid, and we have worked with them before, so we are recommending Hollingsworth.
All right, is there a motion to get this on the table? There's a motion and a second. All right. Any discussion or questions for Dr. Lilly? Mr. Gardy? Hearing none. Ms. Featherston, if you call the roll.
Yes.
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 Yes. Motion is approved. Next item, approval of building automated systems upgrade at West Collierville Middle.
So this also corresponds to the HVAC work at West that we've been talking about, and this will actually upgrade the controls and the entire campus, even for the equipment that was previously installed. It'll give us a lot of control over like outside air ventilation, and so it does a lot. But we do want to use the same controls that we've got elsewhere. This is a sole source provider for those controls.
All, there you go. There's a motion approved. There's a second. All right. Any discussion or questions? Hearing none. Ms. Featherston, if you call the roll.
Yes.
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 Yes. Item is approved. Anybody else have anything else? Going once, going twice. We are adjourned. Thank you all for coming.
Good evening, Collierville Schools family. We are currently adjourned for the April Board of Education business meeting, which was held in the Pickler Auditorium. If you need any of these attachments, you can visit colliervilleschools.org, click on the